Can food heal acne? Does diet impact the skin in the way that we've been taught? Today is a really important video in my opinion, especially if you're somebody who has struggled with acne for quite some time and you're just frustrated because nothing is working. Whew, I hope you stay tuned for this one. Once upon a time, I created my own acne, but I had no idea that I was the one who created it. And so I started blaming everything in my own beautiful, intelligent body as the reason for the acne. So I started blaming my diet. I thought my diet was not good enough, that I needed to eat more clean. That meant eliminating gluten, grains, dairy, sugar, soy, caffeine, alcohol, not that I drank it anyway, but I'm just saying that I eliminated all the things in order to clear my skin. Ironically, it didn't help. So instead of my skin getting better and better, the more clean that I ate, my skin got worse and worse, to the point where I was starting to fear that every single thing I ate caused any subsequent breakout. So if today I experienced a breakout, I would blame it on yesterday's banana or something that I ate. It really came to that, and it was a really kind of stressful and unpleasant time in my life. So for the longest time, because of what's said in the acne community at large, I thought that diet definitely impacted the skin. And you will hear this a lot, right? You'll hear that diet affects the skin, and in order to get clear skin, you need to eat better. So I kept this way of thinking for a long time until my life kind of forced me to become more and more relaxed with food. And what was interesting is my skin would get better and better the more relaxed I became. But the difference was that I stopped clogging my skin by using natural skincare. At the time, I was going through a natural skincare experiment. So no matter how well I ate, I was still literally clogging my pores on the surface of my skin. And so food can't outrun the clogging that is happening on the actual surface. And I thought it could, but I learned that it couldn't. But I still maintained for a long time, that diet was so important in healing acne until I started working with women one-on-one in my routine review service. Women actually reached out to me asking for skincare advice. And so I turned that into an actual service called routine review, where I would look at everything that people were using, tell them which product was causing the problem, and give new product recommendations that would help the skin thrive and heal. And for a while, I thought that still, like I tell my clients, I'd be like, skincare is just a part of it, okay? Like you still need to take amazing care of yourself in terms of diet, you still need to be balancing your hormones, blah, blah, right? That's what I would tell people. But what was interesting is all of my clients were eating extremely clean. Many of them, they were eating clean for not just months, but years. They had eliminated all those things and they were still experiencing clogging on their skin and lots of inflammation on their skin. Some of them were experiencing extremely aggressive and deep inflammation on the skin. So I was seeing that, okay, healthy people still had acne. What was the missing piece here? It was the skincare. That's what was missing for so many of these people. I was seeing that the products that they were using were so terribly formulated. I mean, in the case of natural skincare, that would be all the products, right, were terribly formulated to the point where they were actually creating that inflammation on the surface of their skin, despite being exceptionally healthy in terms of the way they actually took care of themselves. That absolutely transformed my thinking. And in fact, I had a few clients that I'm like, okay, yeah, your diet is terrible. The skincare might help you a bit, but likely not a lot. They cleared up their skin with good skincare too. And that really slapped me in terms of like, Olena, get your presumptions in order, right? Because I presumed for a long time that there was, in fact, an acne diet connection. So I had to check my premises hard. I had to check them hard. And I realized that actually, in general, most of the skincare out there is terribly formulated and really, really aggressive and creates clogging and damage and inflammation over time. And what I realized was the difference really between normal skinned people and acne prone skin people was time. And of course, the products they were using, like the time of aggression, I can say. The length of time that the skin was aggressed with terribly formulated products. And this can happen to anybody. The most normal skinned person, right, with amazing, resilient, excellent skin that can use anything on their skin can wake up in their 40s or 50s and have a full-blown case of adult acne, as it's called. So can diet really heal the skin? I am not here to tell you to eat garbage, okay? Because food for me, instead of it being a vanity thing, like I'm gonna eat for clear skin, it turned into a nutrition thing. So I eat for my health. I eat to feel good. I eat for energy. I know that when I don't eat well, my energy levels are all over the place. I'm a zombie. I'm not feeling my best. And when I don't eat well or sleep well or exercise enough, I find that it's much harder for me to choose positive thoughts over negative thoughts. When we take care of our bodies as a whole, holistically, I mean, diet, mindset, lifestyle, we thrive. Our minds work in a supportive way then. It becomes so much easier to look on the bright side of things as opposed to, being negative and down on yourself and lacking compassion for yourself, etc. So essentially, food is really important for all the things, but not skin. I mean, you don't directly benefit from eating a healthy diet on your skin. What you benefit directly from is taking care of your skin on the outside, preventing the clogging that happens in the pore as a result of a dead skin cell, occlusive product, etc. But this happens on the surface. And it isn't a result of, you producing sebum. People produce sebum. This is a normal part of skin. That's how it weatherproofs itself and lubricates itself. It's a really good thing to have sebum. And even sebum has been vilified in the acne community. Oh, sebum causes acne. And so, people are on Accutane drying out their insides essentially to try to stop the sebum from coming and stop their skin from getting clogged. And it's really become a confusing space in the acne community at large. So many things are being blamed for acne, but except the clog and where it starts and why it starts. And that again is a result of damaging skincare practices over time, because this does not happen overnight. Most skin is very, very resilient, so it takes sometimes months, sometimes years, sometimes decades to see the result of the damage. It's an accumulation. And what we do is we teach our skin in the long run to get more and more angry at us in the form of inflammation. If it starts with some acute inflammation, that inflammation turns into chronic inflammation, and then we're like, why did this happen to me, right, overnight? But it didn't. It really did take time. So we have to stop blaming ourselves, our beautiful, intelligent bodies. We have to start taking amazing care of our bodies for the sake of feeling good first, right? That is really, really important, because when we don't feel good and when we are negatively focused on stuff that we don't like, and if we're, self-loathing and all this stuff, that literally turns off healing, because when your stress levels are high, you are not healing. You're either stressed or healing. You can't be stressed and healing, right? These things are just mutually exclusive. They cannot coexist. And so when we're feeling good because we're eating well, we are sleeping enough, we're exercising, we're doing stuff that is meaningful to us, right? We're engaging in fun activities, we're surrounded by good people, good friends and family, etc. We feel our best, and then our bodies literally go into healing mode. So you will find that when you're feeling amazing, up here especially, when you're taking good care of yourself in general, a pimple will heal so much faster. A clog will come and go without you ever noticing because you're focused on other things. However, when you're really, really stressed, you turn off healing, right? And we stress our bodies sometimes with really terrible food choices as well. Things that simply don't work for us, we continue to eat, and then our bodies is like, inflammation. But this does not necessarily cause acne. This simply causes you to feel bad, which then slows down your healing in general, which then impacts your skin's healing ability, because how you feel is how you heal. So when you feel amazing, you heal quickly. When you feel terrible, you don't heal at all. So, we do benefit from food. It is important to choose wisely. It is important to listen to our bodies, right? Like if your body craves protein, if your body craves healthy fats, if your body craves carbs, you listen to your body. Your body knows best. It's just that we have started listening to other voices around saying, oh, this is bad for skin, this is bad for this, and we stopped listening to ourselves. And that's really where the problem lies, in the connection between you and you. Once you connect to that inner wisdom that you have, you totally have it, I have it, we all have it, the answers are available to us. And then we don't have to rely on that person's opinion or that person's opinion on what is best for us, because we will know. So I don't want this myth, this pervasive myth that you can heal acne simply through food to be a thing. And also I don't want the myth that your food causes acne to exist, because what it creates, and I've seen this time and time again, I literally had a client who lost 23 pounds in 3 months. In 3 months, because she was so afraid of food as a result of this myth that food causes breakouts. When that wasn't the case, she was using clogging skincare that was causing her breakouts, right? So we don't have to unnecessarily fear food and create this stress in our bodies, because quite literally through creating this fear around food, the stress around food, we actually turn off any possibility of healing a simple clog. And it's a little difficult because, again, in the whole acne community, there's so much blame, right? It's the hormones, it's the diet causing the hormones, it's this. We have to take a breath, take a beat, reevaluate our skincare practices, reevaluate what we know about skin, what is true about skin, the myths that we still might be holding on to, the mistakes that we might be making, like putting food on our face, etc., overusing actives, over cleansing, under cleansing. Like there's so many different variables that can throw off the skin, right, in terms of its balance. And so we have to reevaluate that first, well before ever believing the story that there is something wrong with you. What is wrong, and what really grinds my gears, to use a Peter Griffin reference, is the skincare industry, because they have not been innovating. There's very few companies that actually create well-formulated products. And as a result, that has been on a mass scale ruining our skin. And again, skin damage takes time because our skin is extremely, extremely resilient. It's there to protect us. So we have to really wear it down for it to become inflamed, to create acne, rosacea, melasma, etc. So I just really wanted to share this perspective in case you have been blaming yourself for the acne and wondering what's wrong with you, because there isn't. There never will be. You are amazing. Okay, so please, please, please start checking ingredients, start doing your research, and stop blaming yourselves. I hope this video kind of shifts your perspective on food and you begin eating simply for nutrition's sake, to feel good in this vessel you get to call home. We still need to take care of this vessel, because that will lead us to feeling better and better and better. I hope this made sense, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. My goal is really to make acne a thing of the past, make it really easy to understand, make skincare really simple and fun, right? And make acne also a less scary thing to experience or go through. But again, it's a really unnecessary thing for any of us to go through. We just have to check our premises and be willing to see things differently. And that's essentially, I guess, what it comes down to in the end. Anyway, this was Olena of OlenaBeley.com. I help women manifest clear skin without diets, obviously, and pills and other dumb. So I hope you watch another video on my channel, and I will see you soon.